Hi crafty friends, it's Kathy here. Welcome to my channel. Surprise, surprise, I'm doing another Christmas card today. I'm going to be using the PinkFresh Festive Foliage set. I'm not going to use the stamp set today. I am going to use the press plate instead. So this comes with a press plate and a die and stencils. I love PinkFresh because I love that they have all these coordinating things. I'm not very good at coloring, so I tend to buy things that have stencils to make it easy for me. So I have already done this card earlier, and I was having some issues, just, stupid Kathy issues. So I figured to save time, I did an extra panel of my hot foil, so I already have that done. Just so we have it ready to go. And what I'm using for the foil is, where's my roll? I left it, hang on a second, grab it. It's just this pink from Spellbinders. So my colors today are going to be non-traditional. And if you stay till the end, I have another card to show that I did. It's basically the same card, just different colors. So here's my hot foil done. And then I also did the sentiments. And the sentiments I'm using are from the Spellbinders, Sending Joy. And this is a press plate and die. And then also I'm going to use this background from PinkFresh, which is the Intricate Stitched Ovals. So let me get this stencils going here. Get all this out of the way. I do have grip mats, but mine just haven't been that sticky. I've tried washing them, but I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. They just aren't really working that well for me. So I'm just going to tape this down on my paper. And I always use this paper here to stop the glare from my light anyways. Just put this here. And then line up the stencil. I'm going to use stencil 1 and draw my lines. And so for the colors I'm going to do, for the foliage, I'm going to do Waterfall, Turquoise, and Paradise from PinkFresh. We'll start with the lightest one. And I found that I have to hold this down. Maybe if I had my sticky mat, it would do a little better, but on the cards I was doing earlier today, it was going underneath the stencil. So I'm going to hold that down when I'm doing it. See, it's going over. I'm not sure if it's just a flaw in my stencil, but it's done it every time. So I'm just going to let it be. I don't understand why it's doing that. So for the stencil 2, I'm going to use, oops. What is this? Stencil 2. They have the stencil numbers up at the top corner. Sorry if my head's getting in the way. I'm just trying to make sure this is lined up good. Okay. So this one I'm going to do turquoise on stencil 2. Stencil 3 is the berries. And you can skip, you don't have to do it in this order. I just like to stay in order. It's easier for me. Stencil 3. And I'm going to use Bubblegum and Rasberrybliss. So for stencil 3, I'm using the Bubblegum. turning out so pretty. We're gonna do stencil 4, which is just a darker shade on the foliage. And this is going to be Paradise. And I'll clean my stencils after I'm done, so you don't have to watch me do that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oops, it did look pretty good until I did that. All right, bear with me, guys. When you get old, it's hard to see things and line things up accurately. So it takes me a little bit to get this part done. Again, it's a handmade card. If I go outside of the foil a little bit, I don't think it's really gonna matter. I think whoever gets the card will appreciate that it's handmade, even if it's not 100% perfect. All right, so I'm gonna use the Rasberrybliss. Okay guys, let me get this stuff out of the way. I think it turned out pretty good. And the stencils I will clean up later. Get those out of my way. Okay, so I do have some pre-cut panels. Here's my card base. Cut an extra just in case I make a mistake. This is going to layer on top of the card base. And then this panel here, we're gonna cut. I've got extras in case I make mistakes. But this is where I'm gonna use this intricate stitched ovals. Guys, look at this. New plates. I'm almost afraid to use them. I don't want to cut into them and ruin them. So when I did my hot foil of my sentiments, I accidentally had the foil and I had it the wrong way, so I foiled my glimmer plate instead of my panel. So I'm going to try to be extra careful on these. Okay. That's really on there. It's a strong magnet. Okay, so I got that. And while I'm gonna do that, I'm also going to cut out my sentiments. Sorry. Cut these and I'll be right back. I hate cutting into new plates. Look at that. Oh well. All right. Guys, I should have cut my tree as well. So let me do that too. Okay. Okay, let's get my card base folded up. So I don't know if I've mentioned this in other videos, but Michael's cardstock, you actually have to cut a little bit off, otherwise it's not quite, it's a little bigger than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for the cardstock, and it doesn't line up right. So that looks pretty good. So let's get this mounted, and I like to do is put it in here. It just helps me line it up a little bit better. Get my glue. That one is clogged up. Get my other one. Okay, and then I'm going to put down my panel. Okay. And now this one actually needs to be cut down. So I am going to cut this, let me get my trimmer. So this one has to be 5 by 3.75. So I'm gonna, because it's right now it's 5 1/2. So I'll take a 1/4 off the top. Flip it over, take another 1/4 off. Get it to 5. And this needs to be 3.75, so I'll do a 1/4 off each side. Okay. Put that away. We're done with that. And for these, I kind of like to also put, if it's either embossed or, you know, a panel like this where it's got all these, what's the words I'm looking for? All these little cuts in it. I just find it lays better if I also use the tape. If you guys started your Christmas decorating yet, I did my tree yesterday. I usually wait until Thanksgiving weekend, but now that I'm retired, I thought I would get it up earlier so I can enjoy it longer. All right, and also to give me a little wiggle room, I'm going to put some glue on this. It's a little too far on the, it's not quite even, but I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to pop this up. It's all about dimension. I think though if I'm doing a bunch of these, I might skip this step if I decide to mass produce this card, because I think it'll look just as nice flush on the card. Okay. Cut this one. And I have quite the mess going over here on the right side of me because my garbage is too far away. So we're going to make sure I got this right. Okay. Looks pretty good. Look how pretty that is. I'm so into the non-traditional colors this year. I think, let's see. I'm going to do the Sending Joy, and I'm just going to do it right in the middle. Let's see, we're not in the middle, but just where it looks good on the tree. Does that seem straight? So there's the card, and on the inside, I will, let's see, what should I do on the inside? I need to think of something because I always like to decorate the inside. I think I'm probably just going to, off camera, I'll do another one of these and put it on the inside. I'll just do like a, 1 inch maybe, or 1/2 inch by 4. And just put it right here just to decorate it. And I like to leave the insides of my card blank most of the time. So in case I like to sell this or something, then that way people can customize it. I do have a little bit of white here showing. Let me just go trim that up a little bit. Okay, let me see if I've got any jewels. Something to spice that up a little bit. Let's see. I do kind of like that. Although, you know, I think I'm just going to leave it plain. So here's the finished card on the outside. And then here's a version that I did earlier today. So this one I used red mirror cardstock, silver mirror cardstock, same measurements. And then for the tree, I used the gold foil. And then for the sentiment, I used the red foil. And for the stenciling, I used Lisa Horton Silver Shine for the main parts. And then for the smaller leaves, I used the solid gold. But I did not use the, I believe it was stencil 4, because, you know, where it shows here that it's a little darker, I didn't use that. I just left that a solid color. So let me know, which one do you guys like better, if you like this card at all. If you like the card, which one do you like better? Please put it in the comments, because I'm thinking this might be my Christmas card this year, and I like to send maybe a couple variations, but for the most part, I like to send the same cards to everyone. And then, let's see, I think that's it. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see future videos, please hit the subscribe button. And then the notifications if you want to receive any notifications. And I just want to say again, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.